Welcome back to Virtual Systems, and today we are here in a new video on Starcraft. This is gonna be a tutorial for all the people that don't know many hotkeys in Starcraft. I know a lot of you know this kind of things, but a lot asks me to make this video for show them which are the hotkeys that they miss. So the hotkeys that we are gonna watch in this video are the shift, which is an add and remove, not always, but it's actually an add and remove. I will show in the video why it is like this. The control is like the select of the game, and we're gonna see why. So hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get in. So we are here with this SCV. As you see, if I move it with my right click, it will move to the position I told him. So I'm gonna click for moving, and I'm gonna change the position. Okay, so it removes the previous click and it replaces it with a new one, as you can see. But if I keep pressing the shift while I'm doing this, it will make a path that we will tell him to do. So I'm gonna press the shift and I'm gonna do the same thing, and as you can see, it creates this line which he will follow, and you can make this as much as the game lets you, because there is a limit, and it will follow each click from first to the last in order. Why is this so helpful, you might ask? Well, this might be a lot helpful for the players that are new and they would like to scout. If you're new, you're not really confident with multitasking, so you might take your SCV at the start of the game, go clicking on the minimap where your enemy is supposed to be, right here, and then click here for make your SCV go there, pressing shift to scout his base, and then clicking back in the minimap in your base for click back to the minerals. So it will just make the whole path, it will scout your enemy and it will turn back, and you don't have to think about him. Of course, this has some issues. The enemy might kill your SCV. Yeah, this is true because you're not watching it. But this does make you help for a efficient scout if you're a starter gamer of StarCraft. Now with this new SCV, I'm gonna show you that we can do the same thing, but not with the movement of the SCV, but with structures. What do I mean? We're gonna build many structures in an order. Then when the SCV finishes the first one, it will start to make the second one. For example, as we can see, we have no much, now we have, but we didn't have much population, okay? Supply. So we're gonna build some supply depot. Alright, we're gonna press and keep clicking until we want to finish. So we know that when you finish the first one, it will go to the second one and it will build the second one, and so on. This is not only for the same structure, so if you take another SCV, you might want to construct some refinery, and then maybe you want to make a barrack, and so maybe an engineering bay. So this is so helpful for build also different structures if you need to do that. Now I want to talk with you about groups. What are groups and how do those affect the game? Are those helpful? Yes, those are. Those are 10 groups, 10 slots that you can see right here where I put the annotation. Okay, those helps you to register some units or structures, or units and structures in each of them. Why are those so helpful? So let's talk about them. I'm gonna use the group 0 that I already created with this SCV that you see, and I created it by pressing Ctrl, keep pressing it, and the number 0 on my keyboard. So there are other ways to do it. So if you go in your option and you go to gameplay, you will see that there is control groups. I put it on clickable because I prefer it. But if you have started the game right now, you will have normal, and that means that you can see full 10 all the time, and you can click with the right click for register the units that you have selected. We selected and intended this unit's here. So let's talk about this. Why is it so helpful? Why can it be so helpful? It is so helpful because it makes you go faster and increase your multitasking. It helps really much. You can make your main structure. I'm gonna put it in the 9, okay? And in the 0 we have our SCV that I'm gonna make him go there. So I'm here in my base, and imagine the SCV is in the battle. Imagine the SCV is the army. So you want to switch from each position because you need to build things in home. So we need to build these things maybe. But after I have to return to battle, how do I do this? Without clicking on the minimap and searching where is it. So I know that my army is in the battle, and I can click 2 times the group of my army, which right now is the 0 of the SCV, fast, 2 times fast, for just go in this position. We're gonna do it right now. And so we are in the position of the SCV. For return back from here, we can just click 2 times fast the group 9, which we have the command center, and so we will do now. And then here we are. Now this is so helpful if you want to make many things together and you might not be so good to find where is the battle and everything in the map, so you don't want to switch with your mouse in the minimap. It might be a little bit stressful, and also is not really the best react time that you can do. So another thing, the groups are really helpful is for select units, of course, because if you press just one time the group with your units, it will just select it. Right now I pressed 0 and then it selected me the SCV that is in the battle. We imagine that it is the battle. So what does this make? It does select the units, so, or the structures of course. So I can make him return here without knowing where it is. Why is this helpful? If you sometimes have your army in a bad position and you see in the minimap there it's getting attacked, you just can press the button, the group of your army, and just click for making the return home fast as you can without searching it, and this is really helpful. Now we're continuing talking about the groups, but now we're gonna add the shift functionality. So as I told you before, the shift can add things. As we saw, we can make many structures in an order without thinking of each of them to be built in the same in the time you have to build it. So how this is affecting groups? If you remember, for create a group, I will use again the group 8 for show you this. I just click Ctrl and the number of the group, so 8, I'm sorry, so 8, and it creates the group. with the engineering bay for this in this case. So if in the group we are gonna use the control for create a new group, is already another thing. What does happen? It does remove everything you did have in the group and it replaces it with the new stuff that you were selecting. For example, now we put the engineering bay in the group 8 and now we want to put in the group 8 this SCB right here. So we're gonna press Ctrl 8 for replace it. But if we don't want to replace it, we might want to add things to this group. How can we do this? So let's recreate the group 8 with this supply depot. And I'm gonna press Ctrl 8 as always. So we created the group 8 with this depot. But now we want to add things. As you can see, add things to this group. And as I told you, shift is an add functionality. So we're gonna select everything else we wanted. So these 4 depots here, we're gonna keep pressing shift and the same number of the group we want to add what we selected. So I'm gonna press shift and then press 8. As you can see, the number in the group 8 has changed to from 1 to 5. It means that from 1 depot it became 5 depots because 4 plus 1. I can continue this with the other depots. I keep shift and then I press 8 and so it gets 10. 5 plus 5. As you can see, those are 5. This can be done with each structure. If I select this barrack and I press shift 8, it does make 11 from 10 in the number, but we will see, pressing the 8th group for select everything that is in the 8th group, that we have 10 depots and then here a barrack. Why is this helpful? You might think. Why do I need to add things to group? This is really helpful, especially for me for Zerg, I think, because they have continuously to create units while they are in battle. And you can't think about I'm gonna put them in a new group and everything. So you create them. For example, I cannot show you with this because the Zergs do have the larva and then you can select the larva. Right now I cannot select the marines. But if you create larvas and you keep pressing shift and the group of your army, it will automatically add the units to your army. And so when you're gonna move your army, you're gonna move also the new units you created. So I'm gonna make an example with this marines, even if it's not the same case. I have this marine here in the group that I'm gonna met as the 0 right now, okay? It's the group 0 in this marine. But right now I'm gonna battle, so I'm gonna make him to go here for a battle. But I have a marine here, so I'm gonna select this marine, keep pressing shift, and the group of the marine, which is 0, and then I'm gonna press 0 and it will select the 2 of them and I'm gonna attack again. So this marine arrives here, but the other marine started to arrive there. This might be also good for reinforcement without any crazy multitasking thing. Another important thing about the shift that I didn't make you notice is the same functionality, but if you select a barrack, which can create right now a marine or a reaper, okay? I want to build a marine and go exactly where some unit of my army is, so I can make the rally point by clicking on the map or on the structures or on the units to go exactly where I clicked. So if I press it on a unit, it will create the unit and it will make it follow my army, the unit I selected. So if I create a marine okay, and I keep pressing shift, I can tell him to go up to 4 different units. This might help because if you are in battle and he kills exactly the units you selected, it will switch between the 4 units, and you will still have the units to come to your army. Why is this helpful? Especially for a phoenix at the start, when you have 4 of them and you want to keep increasing the number. So you just click 4 of them and you're gonna continue to make phoenix. And it's so helpful because a lot of times the enemy kills you some phoenix, and then the one that is being killed might be the first you selected. So you have all the 3 that your rally point can follow. This is also makeable with no units but just the field. If you want to make it up to 4 times, no more, cannot create additional rally point. So also in the field, in the map, you can do this. So guys, I'm sorry if I have to stop this video right here because it's actually too long. I'm gonna post the second part after this, after maybe 1 day, or anyway not too much time between the 2 parts. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for the next one, and I'm really sorry if I had to interrupt this. So we'll see in the next part. See ya. It's gonna be a goal. It's gonna be a goal. Holy shit, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. 2 seconds.